Hey everybody, it's Mike, aka That Reseller Guy. Today is Wednesday, and we had a few sales today. Not a whole lot, some from eBay and Amazon. I'm going to go over some of the purchases that I did yesterday. I had one thing that I bought, or actually one thrift trip that I bought after I did yesterday's video. So I'll show that probably at the end. But yeah, let's go over sales, let's go over what I picked up, and just whatever other things I can think of today. All right, let's check out what sold on eBay and Amazon today. Not a huge day of sales. We had 3 on eBay and a couple on Amazon. First one right here for Amazon. This is transparency film for copiers made by 3M. I pick these up all the time when I can see them or when I find them in stores. Try to get the glare off there. 3M is one of the better ones. I pick these up all the time, and they sell pretty well on Amazon. I don't usually list them on eBay. Amazon's a place where I go for these. I think a lot of business customers just go to Amazon to buy these, and they're willing to pay up on the price a little bit. These packs I pick up for anywhere from like $1 to $3 a piece in stores, and this one here sold for $29.99 plus shipping. Get that out of the way, we'll go over here to the USS Arizona. I picked up this model just this past weekend, so it wasn't out on Amazon for all that long, and I wanted to get rid of this. I didn't want it to stay in my store a long time. I could have priced it higher and probably sold it around the holidays, but I priced it underneath what everybody else had it. Everybody else was about $42 plus shipping. I put mine at $39.99 plus shipping. And yeah, I got the sale. And because this is a bigger box, it's going to have to be Frankenboxed. I'm going to have to make sure that it gets protected because this is not real heavy and it's actually fairly flimsy. So you want to put this into a good sturdy box. Make sure it doesn't get damaged during shipping. But yeah, still a good sale for $39.99. I think I paid like $6 or $7 for it. All right, now we're going to go to eBay. They're going to be quick too because, like I said, I only had 3. First, we had a Mike Piazza card. Yeah, haven't sold one in this week. I think this is my first one. The number of them that I have left is dwindling. I'm probably down to 50 or 60 in my store still, when I had a couple hundred at one point. But yeah, this one here, it's a special parallel version. It's like more silver than the regular version. So this one went for, I think it was $9.99 with free shipping. Then we sold this box of baseball cards. These are actually all sealed sets inside. This is from Circle K, and these sets were in like 1985. It's called Home Run Kings. I don't know if there's a picture of the actual box on there. I'll throw it in my pop-up. I'll throw the picture of the open box in there. The box was pretty beat up, but it was a full sealed case of 24 sets in here. So I went ahead and sold it. I shrink wrapped it to hold it together nicely. And then I ended up getting $39.99 plus another $12.99 for shipping. And then we sold 2 more Diamondback hats. You've seen me sell a ton of these. These are the snakeskin build ones. I only have, I think, 5 sets of these still listed in my store, and then some singles. So quantities are starting to run low, low-ish. Again, when I bought these, I thought it was going to take me years to sell through those. So I'm pretty happy with the speed at which they've been selling. The pair of 2, I sell these for $29.99 plus $5 for shipping. And I'm always sending out offers for like $25 plus shipping, $22 plus shipping, trying to increase sales. But I think the majority of them have sold at this full price of $30 plus shipping. So yeah, there's those items. That's it for sales. Pretty light day. Let me talk about what I picked up yesterday. So if you watched yesterday's video, you saw that I got a bunch of Wii games in a bag at a store. This was the Wii unit itself. It was the blue version, but it had the regular colored Wiimote. So I went ahead and tested it, had a little fun testing it, playing a little Mario Kart last night and Super Mario World or whatever it's called. Let's see. No, Super Mario Brothers. So played a couple little games last night, making sure that the games worked and made sure the Wii worked, made sure the remotes worked. Everything worked great, so I had no problems with it. It has everything you need. It has all the cables. It has the sensor. It's got the remotes. So I'm going to bundle these all together, and it looks like they're going for about $100 is what they're selling for. And then I'm going to sell the games separately. I thought about putting the dance games with it, but I don't think that's really going to increase the value too much. I'm going to sell these 2 games individually because they both did work just fine. And then I'm going to put these 2 dance games together and sell those. Now, I also bought separately, I bought a Mario Kart that had this bonus game in there. So this game worked. This Mario Party 8, this is really scratched. Oh, yeah, you can see it right there. Look how scratched up that is. and it still worked. I played it for a little while, didn't have any problems. The Mario Kart was scratched about this much, maybe a little less, and I got into the game and then got an error code. So obviously that disc needs to be cleaned up, but I will still sell it. I'll just sell it as scratch disc. Someone will buy it, clean it, and then they'll resell it and make, 2 to 3 times what I'm going to sell it for. So still really great pickups on all this stuff. I paid $35 for the Wii and the games. So yeah, I'm going to make some good money there. All right, one thing I don't talk a whole lot about is returns, and I did have a return today. I don't get a lot, but this one, in the end, we'll call it my fault, even though I really didn't think I did a bad job of packing this. I'm going to have to open this with 2 hands. Okay, I think the buyer sent this back in the exact same box I used, so this was shipped to him and back. And you can see it's not really too beat up. You got a little ding on that corner, but otherwise the box is in pretty good shape for going there and back. And I'm not sure if he put any additional packing in here. It looks like he did. Looks like he shoved a grocery bag in here to add to it. But this was the Star Trek ship that I had sold a couple weeks ago. And this is made of pewter. So pewter in itself can be very fragile in a sense. So let me get over here and show you. And right here, that wing cracked and bent. So this obviously got thrown around enough to where the weight of this somehow made this bend. Now, me and the buyer agreed he was going to try to fix it a little bit. So it's actually bent better than it was. You can't really see the crack all that bad anymore. Let me see if I can get in here close, if you can see it. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to go ahead and accept the return on this. Now, I know with pewter figures, like if you ever buy any of the little, we'll say the Dungeons and Dragons pewter characters, they make them for other games as well. Even though they're metal, you can bend those things really easy. So this, I bet I could just grab a hold of these 2 parts and bend it and maybe even break it because this stuff is a soft metal. So I guess I just didn't pack the box fully enough. I know there's a little bit of wiggle room in there, but hey, it is what it is. I know there's going to be a couple people that say maybe he's trying to scam you. It's possible. I don't think so. This looks still in good shape overall, just it bent here. So yeah, it is what it is. Now, I will go ahead and actually relist this on eBay and just list it as damaged. I bet I can still get $20 for this and the stand because it's not in terrible shape. If somebody puts this on the stand, let me try it and see how it looks on the stand. Granted, it's still wrapped, but look, it's still on there. So somebody could still display that, and unless you really look right there at the tail end part of it, it's still going to display pretty nice, and someone might want to save, $30-40 on it. So yeah, I'll relist it, see what happens. Okay, now yesterday after I filmed my video and already had it out to all of you, I ran over to one more thrift store and had another great find. Now, this was in the tennis racket section. This one we'll talk about second because that's not as good as these two. This brand is a fantastic brand if you're looking at tennis rackets. Whether it's just the bags or the rackets themselves, they make good quality, expensive products, and they had 2 of these rackets on the shelf. They are marked $9.49 each. So I picked up the 3rd racket that you saw there a second ago and was able to use my 20% off discount. So basically paid, we'll say $8 a racket for these. Now, if you look up this model, it's right here. It's an Aero Storm, and I think this is like the 2000, I looked it up, maybe 2017 model of racket. I'm going to list these 2 together because one is in fair condition and the other is in pretty nice condition. This Wilson one with a little Wilson shock absorber here, this is the nicer of the 2. There's not a lot of chips and cracks on the edges, where this one has a couple, you got like a little chip right here, there's a little chip right there. So it's got a little bit more use to it, but the 2 of these together, I'm hoping for $200. There's a lot of sold comps. I'll throw a couple up on the screen, and that's what I'm going to put them at. I'm going to put them at $200. I'll do it with free shipping. That way, try to entice the person in there for $200. I mean, I got $20 into it. Shipping 2 rackets like this, even if I have to go across country, is probably only going to cost me like $15. So if I have a $200 sale and I have $30 worth of costs into it before fees, I'd be really happy with that. And yeah, that's what we're shooting for on these 2 rackets. So yeah, I don't know if it's Bobble-Lot or Bobble-Lat. Either way, it's a good brand. Now, I went ahead and picked this one up too because it looked different than a lot of other rackets. This is a Wilson brand, and it's a Hyper Carbon, and it's got like a number on there. It says Hyper Hammer there, and somewhere else it's got a different number on it. Right there, Wilson 5.3. So yeah, this is kind of a different racket, oversized head. It was marked a little bit less than the other ones, but I got it because essentially I was, wanted to use that 20% off discount, so I had to get $20 worth of stuff. And this racket looks like it's selling for about $40 as well. All of them, the grips on all of them are terrible. So the grips need to be replaced by whoever buys it. All you need to do is disclose that in your listing. I don't re-grip things ahead of time because some people are very particular about how things are gripped. They want a certain color, they want a certain feel. So I'd rather leave it like this than re-grip it and make it look new. So when you're doing tennis rackets, right here, that's the grip size 4.5. So that you need to make sure you put that in your description. So yeah, I ended up picking up a couple $100 worth of tennis rackets for one little stop. And yeah, it was a really good day of thrifting yesterday with rackets and that Wii. All right, that's everything I got for today. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new, again, your first time, second time watching these videos, hit that subscribe button down below and help support the channel. I would really appreciate it. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you next time.